Good evening. Clope and Nidec Minster welcome you to this broadcast of high school boys varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're here at Sidney High School where the Stebbins Indians will take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, and NKTelco. Thank you to those fine sponsors allow us to bring you this. My name is Jeff Henschen. Alongside me tonight is Brandon Coverman, and we have a second Miami Valley League matchup between these two teams. I should say their second game of the season against these two Miami Valley leagues. Both represent the Valley portion of that conference. Stebbins comes in with a tough opening loss to Butler by 2 points, whereas Sidney opened up with a decisive win against Fairborn in their home opener, or in their opener of the season.
Yeah, and you really look at this game, it's key early in the Valley Division showdown. You know, Sidney has won the Valley Division in the past here in this newly formed MVL, and it's a big statement game here early on in the season. You know, if Sidney wants to win that Valley Division, Stebbins comes in 0-1, losing to Vandalia Butler in a tight 42-40 contest. They got some good players. I know John Willoughby told me to look out for Darren Tolbert. He's one player to look at. I look at some of these players. I actually did the Sidney Stebbins football game. I noticed some of the names: Omar Holloway, Nate Keller, and Rayvon Harris-Bell. So this is a team that had a lot of football players on it as well. And Sidney on the flip side, they have a lot of football players as well: Julius Spradling, Sam Reynolds, Jaden Swiger, just Miles Wardemark, just to name a few that were featured on that Sidney football team that made the playoffs this year. But it should be a good matchup here early on in the season, and a lot of these teams, and it's only their second game. A lot of teams have played for about 2 weeks already, so they haven't had much game time yet. Still getting the rust off might be a bit of an issue here early on, especially because it's been about a week since these teams have played, so they're still early on in the season.
Yeah, it does seem a little odd that just their second game of the season, but that's where they're at. Both teams have kind of got off to a slow schedule. That means that they're going to pile the next 21 games into a much shorter time frame, but nonetheless, should be a good matchup. We're excited here. Basketball back, if you will, and we're in just an early part of this season. A lot of things can happen. We expect a good turnout here, and we're going to take our headsets off and stand for the national anthem.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back here again, December 7th, the 80th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor bombing. Keep that in mind on this 80th anniversary, hard to believe, as we get ready for the starting lineups. The Indians of Stebbins, first, number 0. Darian Tolbert, the 5'10 senior. Number 2, Rayvon Harris-Bell, the 5'11 sophomore. Number 12, Nate Keller. He's a 6-foot senior.
6 foot 5 inch junior. Number 13,
Number 13, Mugi Bizu Mugungu, a 6'5" junior.
Number 20, Caden Cross.
Number 20, Caden Cross, 6'1" senior. Your starting lineups for the Stebbins Indians were in a red and gray tonight. Their head coach is Dennis Wally in his first season. These starting lineups are brought to you by Sidney All Glaze Audiology. Thank you for bringing the starting lineups to you. And now for the home team, the Yellow Jackets of Sidney. Number 1, Julius Spradlin, a 5'9" freshman. Number 2, Sam Reynolds, a 6'1" junior. Number 13, Jaden Swiger, a 6'2" senior. Number 22, Landon Davis, a 6'4" senior. Number 3, Miles Vordemark, a 5'11" junior. The starting lineups for the Sidney Yellow Jackets under head coach John Willoughby, assistant coaches Scott Hooks, Jeremy Keaton, and Scott Shirk. Thank you, Sidney All Glaze Audiology, for our starting lineups, and quickly into our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
First, taking a look for the Stebbins Indians, they want to have execution on offense. They're putting in a new system this year. Coach Wally wants to execute on that. He wants to have good chemistry here, too, early on in the season. He wants to be able to rebound. Now, looking on the flip side for the Yellow Jackets, they want to rebound as well. They also want to limit Stebbins' guard play, good guard play that Coach Willoughby talked to us about before the game. He's talked about Darren Tolbert in particular on who to limit. And he wants to get off to a good start. You know, they've only had one game here so far, and there's a possibility that might see some rust here, not playing that many games so far.
Tip controlled by the Yellow Jacks. Thank you, Keyhole Pizza, for bringing you our keys to the game, and we're underway here. Tip belongs to the Yellow Jackets, and man-to-man defense by Stebbins to open things up here in the half court. Stebbins again wearing the gray jerseys, the red numbers and letters trimmed in white. Pass deflected. Good hands there defensively by Nate Keller. Will stay with Sidney in the Yellow Jackets and home white jerseys. The yellow numbers trimmed in black. Your point guard for the Yellow Jackets, number 3, Miles Vordemark. Good defense and not quick enough. I thought there was too much contact, Brandon, him coming through the player.
Yeah, I think it's just a displacement foul right there on Caden Cross, just trying to get that ball up on the elbow there to set up a set play there. Sidney has the ball 28 seconds in this game, deadlock with no score.
Got to play defense with your feet, and he came through trying to get the ball away from Landon Davis, who goes right to the basket. And, well, that's a pretty smooth move there for Davis.
That's very nice there, a nice give and go. I think that's the original set play they wanted. Good start for Sidney, good set.
So the first offensive opportunity for Stebbins, also man-to-man defense, I believe, by Sidney, is a quick shot taken by number 12, Nate Keller, off the mark. Rebound, team rebound, if you will go over to the Yellow Jackets. So with the basketball now will be Miles Vordemark. Again, running the offense. He got a good look the first possession and got a similar look there. And they'll get an offensive rebound and bucket put back by Jaden Swiger as give the assist to Landon Davis, who not only missed a shot, got the offensive rebound and found Swiger for the easy look.
Yep, and that was a nice job there. Second chance points. That's what happens when Sidney causes a turnover. They're fired up early on here, Jeff.
Yeah, good hands on defense. They forced a miscue and a quick turnover and a chance to grow this early 4-0 lead here at the Sidney High School. Let's see what's going to go back. No, we'll do a little something different here. They'll look up top for Spradlin, the freshman. Nice bounce pass into Number 13, Swiger. Back-to-back buckets by Jaden Swiger, an assist from the freshman Julius Spradlin.
That's just a nice job getting the ball down to Swiger on the inside. He has that seal position on the inside. It makes it so tough for post defenders to get around that.
Trying to answer is Darian Tolbert. His field goal off the mark, rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. One and done for the Indians, and the Yellow Jackets here a chance to take a early 8-point or 9-point lead. Good ball fake to the rim, no good is Watermark. Indians fortunate to miss that. They will push it in transition. And going at Swiger and picking up the foul, the swat will be a personal foul on Jaden Swiger, his first. And going to the free throw line for 2 shots will be Nate Keller.
Keller, QB on the football team, but I'll say it back on the other end for Sidney there. It was a nice job by Miles Vordemark, even though he didn't complete the layup there. And it was a nice shot fake and a nice take to the basket, even though he didn't finish it. Catches the defender off balance. That's good recognition there.
First point in the ball game belongs to Nate Keller, a 6-foot senior. And then for the Indians will be number 4, Omar Holloway, a 6'2 senior, replacing Mugi Bismazugi. Second one straight in, 2 for 2 from the line from Nate Keller, and a 6'2 Sidney lead. Sam Reynolds over to Spradlin. Watermark, pull-up jumper, no good. High in the air for the offensive look is Reynolds. He misses. So a couple looks there for the Yellow Jackets as Reynolds was way up in the air and he's clapping his hands. Ran in frustration. He missed that opportunity.
Yeah, and it was a little off balance, a little fast there, but that's how Sidney plays. They play fast, but you got to love the aggressiveness crashing the boards here early, Jeff.
With a basketball, Keller will pull up from 3. Strong, off the mark, no good. Defensive rebound belongs to Landon Davis. Quick catch and release, 3-point basket by the freshman, 5'9 freshman, Julius Spradlin.
The first time I saw Julius Spradlin was on the football field, and he returned a kickoff for a touchdown. You knew this guy was going to be an athlete and a special player.
Coach Wally wants a full timeout. We'll take one with him with 4:52 to go in the quarter. It's Sidney 9, Stebbins 2 on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back from the Precision Strip timeout with 4:52 to play. It's a good start for the Yellow Jackets. A lot of fast pace and aggressive defense for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and really, they're getting good looks. They're being aggressive compared to Stebbins. They're getting good looks going towards the ball here early on and really got off to a good start, which Coach Willoughby told us before the game is what he wanted.
Nearly a steal by Reynolds. He'll stay with the Indians, but nice give and go as... Boy, a nice pass and an opportunity there from Harris Bell. I thought maybe he got bumped on the act of shooting. No foul and a tough break. They don't get any points, but boy, Harris Bell with a block shot against Swiger.
It's a nice recovery.
Turbot able to find his teammate Holloway with the basket. Omar Holloway, the assist will go to Darian Tolbert. A big bucket for the Indians. They needed something to kind of slow down the atmosphere, if you will, for the Yellow Jackets, but put it right back where it was. Sam Reynolds, a triple try bucket is good for the 6'1 junior. Reynolds, 18 points in the opener.
Yeah, you get your first field goal if you're Stebbins right there, and then you let open a wide open 3, not what Coach Wally liked to see there.
2-point shot by Cross, no good, but the offensive rebound stays with the Indians. Triple try backside from Harris Bell, no good. So a couple looks there for the Indians. They come up empty. Landon Davis will push it down. Spradlin, his triple, no good. quickly in transition come the Indians. Shot taken by Tolbert, no good. Rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Reynolds shot no good, but give credit to Swigert. Jaden Swigert, offensive rebound and stick back for his 6th point. Up and down, Brandon.
8 rebounds for Sidney compared to 5 for Stebbins, as there's a deep 3.
Caden Cross, his triple no good, and Yellow Jackets will slow down the pace just a bit here as we're under 3 minutes to play. They've been up and down here the past couple possessions. Going at the rim and shooting is Reynolds, no good, rebounded by the Indians. So Reynolds had a decent look. 14-4 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Triple from Omar Holloway, no good. Right into the hands of Cross. They'll kick right corner for a triple. A much needed 3-point shot is made by Darian Tolbert. And that cuts lead to 7.
The first 3 made. They tried 5 of them in the first quarter. They're shooting 2 of 11 from the field as a team as they come out in the zone.
Switch the zone after opening up man-to-man. Field goal attempted by Spradlin, no good. Defensive rebound, Indians. Keller with the basketball. Just over 2 minutes to play first quarter. Yellow Jackets will stay man-to-man. Dangerous pass, well read. Good steal by Julius Spradlin. His pass, though, stolen back, so turnover for turnover. Nate Keller's pull-up jumper, no good, and Reynolds clears the glass. Reynolds, 18 points and 13 rebounds in their win against Fairborn. And there's a triple basket by Sam Reynolds, his 2nd triple of the game.
Sidney is 3 of 4 from the field, shooting 3-pointers, 2 of them from Sam Reynolds, and Stebbins has not got a hand in their face. That is a bit of an issue. Sidney wide open on these shot attempts. That's why they lead 17-7 right now.
Darian Tolbert muscles his way. He'll be fouled on the floor. It will not be a shooting foul. Give a personal foul to Julius Spradlin. And that's the first team foul on Spradlin and the 2nd against Sidney. As a couple substitutions in here for Stebbins. I believe number 5, Jack Davidson, into the ballgame, a 6-foot senior. Also, I think that's it for Sidney.
Sean Dozier in the lineup for Stebbins.
Thank you. Sean Dozier, yep, back in the lineup. And also starter Mugi Bismanugi. 3-point shot by Harris Bell. Rayvon Harris Bell. Big bucket.
Yeah, and that's their 2nd 3. They're starting to feel it a little bit now. 2 of 6 in the field shooting for 3s.
I thought that was a 3-pointer.
Yeah, they have it as a 2 now.
Okay, but we'll see what it says. The steal. Keller contested. Follow-up basket there is by Rayvon Harris Bell. So he follows up the miss from Keller. And offensive stick back.
And they did correct that. It is 17-12 now. That was a 3-pointer.
Now the Indians starting to liven up a bit. A lot of energy by these teams here early. 2nd game of the year, and both teams, a lot of energy.
Active hands in the half court. They're really trying to trap now once Sidney gets across the timeline. Instead of letting Sidney get comfortable, getting an open look. The first open look Sidney is taking, they're going to shoot. And Stebbins is going to make sure that they're not comfortable when they're taking that first look shot. It's exactly what they've decided to adjust for.
Definitely a lot of energy here in their first quarter. We're down to 45 seconds. The biggest lead for Sidney has been 10 points. Landon Davis. And there's a whistle and a foul. They're going to foul number 3, Vordemark.
When they call those hands fouls, it's more what you'd call a displacement foul. They have the right to be still, but when you bump them from behind like that and displace them out of their natural basketball position, so to speak, that is a foul. Good call there by the official.
3-pointer by Vordemark, no good. Offensive rebound to Davis into the hands of Swigert. His ball knocked away. Stays with the Yellow Jackets, and the 2 players, in this case, Davidson and Reynolds bump into each other. Loose ball, turnover.
And what was just 17-7 not too long ago. Stebbins has got a 5-0 run going here. They've got a chance to get a shot up here. The arrow favors them right now in case of a tie-up. Everything going Stebbins' way here this last minute.
Well, they needed to maintain the first wave of energy City put out, and they kind of did. They have a chance here just by 5, to cut into that lead and go into the second quarter, maybe no worse than 5 down. You have to get creative here as we're at 5 seconds. Darian Tolbert, no good. His dribble off the mark. Schweiger will rebound it, but that's the end of the first quarter here at Sidney. And after 8 minutes of action, it's the Yellow Jackets 17, the Indians 12. You're watching boys varsity basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
All Glaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Crown Equipment Corporation, Grand Lake Health.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. 8 minutes in the books. Yellow Jackets lead 18-12. 17-12.
Yes, you take a look at the stats here, Jeff. 12 rebounds for Sidney compared to Stebbins' 8. Sidney has 3 turnovers. Stebbins has 2. And the scoring breakdown, Darian Tolbert 3, Rayvon Harris Bell 5, Omar Holloway 2, Nate Keller 2. The scoring for Stebbins, scoring for Sidney, Sam Reynolds has 2 threes with 6, Julius Spradling a 3 and has 3 points in total. Jaden Schweiger with 4 points and Landon Davis with 2.
Schweiger has 6.
Or Schweiger has 6, excuse me.
A total of 17. We're underway here with the Indians with the basketball. They were twos wild. They made 2 2-point shots, 2 3-point shots, and 2 free throws in that first quarter. That shot there by Caden Cross, a 3-pointer off the mark and rebounded by Sidney. And Yellow Jackets will work offense here as a baseline move by Davidson. He needs help, and he will get help. Schweiger, tough shot from the baseline for the big fella, but he connects his 4th made field goal of the night. 8 quick points for the 6'2 senior.
And when you see a zone defense, that's exactly where you want to get the ball, is to that short corner. Jaden Schweiger, that's a soft spot in that zone defense right there. And Sidney attacked it and got credited with the basket.
That's a tough shot, too. No bank board, an intermediate shot for a big fella. You know, he likes to pound it inside, but showed his touch, if you will, his finesse for the size and strength he has from that mid-range jumper. Turnover, Indians, a little too much. Wasn't really aggressive defense, Brandon, just maybe harassing enough and the pass a little tall, and it forces a turnover.
Yeah, and that's only the 3rd turnover there on Stebbins here tonight. It's actually been pretty decent. The ball has been getting taken care of as Stebbins had dropped back. I don't know if it's a 1-3-1 kind of look.
It looks like that from up here.
Yeah.
So 1-3-1, they opened up the game man-to-man. Remember, that's when Landon Davis went kind of right through their defense and scored. He's going to pull it from 3, and they'll rattle in the friendly rim of Sidney. Rewards 6'4 senior with his 5th point.
And that's a slow defense there by Stebbins. That's great passing by Sidney, but no one in the vicinity there to catch up with Landon Davis. They've got to be faster for Stebbins on defense to close out on Sidney shooters.
A good start to the first quarter for Sidney. They now lead by 10. Darian Tolbert, deep corner 3, strong backside rebound. Landon Davis. A chance for Sidney now to build on what would be their biggest lead of the game. Wow, on fire. Sam Reynolds, his 3rd triple. There's a whistle on the court. A full timeout will be taken by Coach Wally. 5:56 left to play in the second half, or in the first half. It's right now all Sidney, 25-12 here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back from the precision strip timeout. We're in the second quarter as Sidney's on a good run, 25-12. Remember, these teams are part of the Miami Valley League. Both these schools represent the Valley portion, which consists of Sidney, West Carrollton, Stebbins, Fairborn, and Xenia. Those are the 5 schools making up the Valley portion. The Miami portion is made up of Troy, Tippecanoe, Butler, Greenville, and Piqua. So there are your 10 teams that make up the Miami Valley League. And right now, Sidney off to a good start. It was a 17-12 first quarter lead. They've outscored the Stebbins 8-0 to start the second period.
Yeah, and a couple three-pointers there. You know, Sam Reynolds has shot the 3 layers, 3 threes. Julius Sprouting a 3, Landon Davis a 3. Well, they've really done a nice job as a team. They are 5 and 7 from beyond the arc, which is impressive.
Impressive. That's excellent. You can win lots of games with that percentage if you can keep the volume up and keep the high percentage.
Eventually, the law of averages will catch up, but a great start nonetheless.
3-point shot by Keller, and high up in the air again is Reynolds. He's been up around the rim a couple times for some rebounds. Schweiger cross-court skip pass. That was a kick, I thought. Maybe it was with his hands. And laying it in, it was Rayvon Harris-Bell. He created the havoc at the defensive end. Maybe got a hand on it, looked like a kick, but his teammate came up with it and rewarded Rayvon Harris-Bell with his 6th point. There's a turnover against Sidney, and Rayvon Harris-Bell back-to-back buckets. Coach Willoughby will take a 30-second timeout with 5:04 left. And Coach Willoughby doesn't like what he sees right now, and he plays the Stebbins has coming out of their timeout. And they quickly have cut it back to 9 points after not scoring in the second quarter. Now it's Stebbins with a bit of momentum.
You need a couple turnovers, a couple transition buckets. That helps out right there. It takes someone to make a deflection, make a play. That's why they switched to that zone defense. And you see them more active in that defense. That's the key right there, is they've been more active. We said Sidney's 5 of 7 from shooting. It's because they were kind of lazy on the defensive end. They've picked up the intensity in the half court these past few possessions. That's resulted in transition buckets. So nice adjustment there for Stebbins, and that's why they go in that 4-0 run, causing a timeout for Coach Willoughby.
Well, just because you go to zone doesn't mean you stand around on defense.
Exactly.
You still can be active, and it's no different than man-to-man. It's just you're guarding an area, but you still have to be active, and they have picked up the pressure defensively, has Stebbins, and gotten rewarded with 4 quick points. And boy, that young man can stroke it. Reynolds has 4th triple, 2 in each quarter.
And that was fine defense by Stebbins, just quick ball movement and a nice shot by Reynolds. You said it, Jeff, 4 threes here tonight and 12 points.
So man-to-man defense by the Yellow Jackets. Schweiger way up high, guarding Holloway. Now they get it, swing it over. Stepping through is Tolbert, able to maintain balance. 14 or 17-footer taken by Harris-Bell off the mark. Harris-Bell had a hot hand. He had a couple of layups. Going to the basket there is 22, Landon Davis. Quick one and done, and quickly down the court as Davis was maybe looking at the official for a foul. Instead, Caden Cross runs by him, catches the pass, and scores an uncontested basket.
Nice job running the floor by Cross, and a nice job by Sidney there.
Assist will go to number 3, Miles Vordemark. Give the bucket to his first 2-pointer of the night to Sam Reynolds.
30-18 now here. Sidney in control, trying to keep up this double-digit lead.
Entering back is Nate Keller, going to the hoop for the 6-foot senior. His 4th point, his first field goal of the night, but a nice move by Keller.
Again, here's Stebbins staying in the zone, not wanting to switch back to man.
There, man, well, Vordemark's triple no good. 3-point, one of the few misses that Sidney's had, Brandon, on 3-point shots. You mentioned, I think they're 5 of 7, maybe, or 6 of 8.
They're now 6 of 9 as a team.
Holloway, no good. No one there offensive rebounding, so an easy carry for Reynolds, who nonetheless displays his jumping ability. Young man can get up.
Yeah, very good wide out too on the basketball or on the football team, and he did a nice job this past fall going up and being the lead receiver for that Sidney team that made the playoffs.
Spradlin kicks out, open look for Landon Davis. His three-pointer off the mark. You mentioned the averages. Brandon, back-to-back triple misses for the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, and that was a good look. I'd take that shot too. Davis was wide open, step into that.
And he got a good rhythm. Nice pass, got him started. A 10-point lead. Bucket here will, instead it's a turnover. Entry pass up to Vordemark. Miles Vordemark runs it down and gets it in just as he's about ready to run out of real estate.
And that's a nice job by Julius Spradling there. Tolbert brought the ball down low on the baseline, and Spradling stripped it away, brought it right below his waist. That's a no-no right there, and Spradling made him pay.
Just going to say a chance to cut it to double figures, or cut it under double figures, but instead it's a turnover and then a bucket for Sidney. Down here again, Schweiger going after loose ball, steps on the end line, so it'll avoid what probably was going to be another uncontested layup. Instead it'll be Stebbins basketball underneath their own bucket where they're going to play 5-on-5.
Here, we haven't had too many out-of-bounds plays here, so interesting what set Stebbins goes with.
Backcourt will go. That's legal on the ball out of bounds throw-in, if you will. Boy, wild pass there. You're asking for a touch. I don't think there was one. It's Caden Cross, just kind of an ill-advised, maybe, again, that pressure. Cross maybe not a true ball handler. When you get in the hand, you know, you're not used to doing it. And the only thing good about that is it's a dead ball turnover.
It was a one-handed pass too.
Yeah, and there was no one open.
Yeah, exactly.
Vordemark misses his layup. In transition comes Stebbins. The pass underneath was stolen. Turnover against Stebbins, and a foul will be whistled against number 2, Rayvon Harris-Bell.
You couldn't see the Sidney ball handler. I couldn't get up and see who that was, but as they were coming down, they couldn't even get open and free to move down as fast as they wanted to. That's a good call there by the official. There's only been 5 fouls called, so they've really let them play this first half. It's been a fast-moving first half.
It has been very fast-moving. I thought there's been some times where guys go to the rim, but you know what? You're calling it the same on both ends.
Yeah.
Guys, not saying there's been obvious body contact, but there's been some, I'll say the defense maybe wall up, so to speak. So I like that. I don't mind to let the defense. You're a defensive player. You're allowed to jump. You just got to stay in your silo or your vertical. And I said some officials will give you the benefit of the doubt. You see, we talked about it in our broadcast. I think the girls' game last night, Brandon, where teams will, especially in the college level now, they'll play wall-up defense. And
get a foul call.
Yep.
Nice pass.
Assist Schweiger. Jaden Schweiger with the assist bucket by Sam Reynolds. Reynolds having a nice first half, 16 points. He had 18 in their opener. He's almost there, and we have 2 quarters left to play yet.
Yeah, sweet 16 there for Sam Reynolds, and he's a beneficiary of the past 2 baskets he's got off of great Sidney passing.
Bucket there by number 2, Rayvon Harris-Bell has had a nice second quarter, 6 points in the quarter, 11 in the game.
Yeah, and he has 9, and another breakdown in the defense there for Sidney, or for Stebbins.
Boy, and they don't take advantage of it. Miles Vordemark, a tough break, is maybe too open, if you will. Didn't get off the bankboard, and didn't get the bounce, so a break for the Indians. A 3-point basket is answered by Zero. Darian Tolbert, his second triple of the game, and boy, back to a 9-point game.
Swing of events right there. You have an easy 2, and Vordemark missed the point-blank shot. Stebbins comes down and gets the 3, and they're back within 9 all of a sudden. They're not out of this.
Under 25 seconds to play in the half. Schweiger will kick it back to Vordemark over to Davis. Good ball movement on the perimeter. Spradlin back up to Davis. Coach Willoughby shouting instructions. Final 15 seconds, clock moving. Vordemark. Stebbins switches defense on him. Spradlin. They lose the handle, a turnover. Desperation triple, plenty of time, reverts and a foul. Yeah, I'd say that's a definite push. Tough decision there on Sidney as the shot was taken well too early, and it turned out to be a great pass, and Sidney's going to be whistled for the foul on Vordemark. I wonder if he's still kind of mad he missed the bunny shot, but well, that's an obvious push from behind. 2 free throws coming up for Rayvon Harris-Bell.
And this is only the second time someone's went to the free throw all half. Sidney has not shot any free throws this whole first half. That's the first one scanned there by Harris Bell.
Harris Bell. Shot here. He's had a good quarter. That's point number 7. This will be point number 8. And it is. It cuts the lead to 7. So after 2 quarters of basketball, it is Sidney 34, Stebbins 27. We'll take a 10-minute break, come back with the second half action here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
Welcome back to this Clopay and Nedick Minster presentation of high school sports. We're at halftime here with Stebbins and Sidney. Sidney leads by 7, 34-27 with our first half stats. Here is Brandon Coverman.
Thanks, Jeff. And looking here for Stebbins. Stebbins was 10 of 29 that first half shooting from the field. From 3, they were 3 of 12 for 25%. Rebounds, they had 13 boards, 6 turnovers, and they were a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. On the flip side, for the Jackets, the Sidney Yellow Jackets, 14 of 34 from the field. They were a remarkable 6 of 10 from beyond the line, starting out 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. 18 boards, 6 turnovers. They did not attempt a free throw in that first half. As we talked about, the refs really let them play. But if you're Stebbins, you're fortunate to be down 7. I mean, it was Sidney really controlled that first half. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. And Stebbins got on a little bit of a roll there towards the end of the half, and they're looking to carry it into the second half. Sidney needs to keep up the hot shooting, have the good ball movement that they've had before. That helped get them some success early on in the first half offensively, and it should be a good second half.
Well said. Individual scoring in the first half for Stebbins.
Yep, for
their leading scorer. I'm sorry, you got him or I got him?
Yep, I got him. And Darian Tolbert has 6. Looking here for Rayvon Harris-Bell leading with 16. Omar Holloway has 2. Nate Keller has 4. Caden Cross has 2. On the flip side for Sidney, Julius Spradling has 3. Sam Reynolds has 16. Jaden Swigert has 8. Landon Davis with 5. Miles Fordemark with 2.
Well said. Thank you, Brandon, for the halftime stats brought to you by Wagner's IGA. And it was an entertaining, fast-moving first half of action. Like I said, limited free throws and really not a lot of turnovers. So the pace was pretty fast up and down. And we're set here for the third quarter with the Sidney Yellow Jackets in possession here first with a chance to grow the 7-point lead.
And for the fast-paced first half that was, the turnovers, as I say that, Sidney commits a turnover.
Pretty sweet move by Schweiger. He slipped a little bit, but he got around his man pretty quick and just caught the edge line, or else he ended up scoring, but nullify that with the stepping out of bounds by Schweiger.
Yeah, they both teams kept track of the ball pretty well in the first half, or as fast-paced of the game as we typically see from the Miami Valley League.
Darian Tolbert's pass, underthrown Sam Reynolds with the steal, and he gives it right back. So 3 turnovers. We'll stop talking about their ability to turn over.
Make it 4.
Good defense by number 22, Landon Davis, and yes, he does draw the second foul against Rayvon Harris-Bell. So 4 turnovers in the first 34 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to be pretty quiet now. After having 12 turnovers in the first half, we see 4 in just a little over 30 seconds.
So neither team has been able to take advantage of either turnover, as it's been back and forth turnovers. Open 3. Spradlin, his shot is off the mark, an air ball, and that'll make it now 6 for 11. So that we don't talk about percentages. I know at one time you said they were 5 of 7, so that makes them now 1 of 4 of their last 4 attempts.
Yeah. But if we would have made that, they would have been 2 of 4. So give and take, I guess. Like you said, law of averages.
Keller gets help and giving it to Caden Cross, back to Nate Keller, 6-foot senior, working against the Yellow Jackets. Darian Tolbert, his 3rd triple, 1 in each quarter, 9 points in the game, and quickly it's a 4-point lead.
Quickly, Sidney at what was a dominating 14-point lead at one time.
It was 14?
Yeah, it was 14 at one time, and it's now come back.
Ball was tipped by an Indian, so that'll keep it alive for the Yellow Jackets. Nice pass from assist from Spradlin, basket from Schweiger, his 10th point.
And a nice job by Schweiger when he gets the ball to wait to let the defender fly by and just lay it in real easy.
Schweiger is, quote, the big man. He's 6'2", but a strong individual. And he has pretty good feet, it seems like. He can move around pretty quickly and make himself a good defender. That time, though, able to work around Schweiger is Darian Tolbert. His 5th point of the quarter is 11th of the game. It's back at 4-point lead.
We're seeing Stebbins trap quickly in the half court now here, too, to try to speed up Sidney even more and get him out of comfort.
Well, they trap, and then you hope that they panic and throw a high-arcing pass. They did, but Indians that time no help, if you will, to take advantage of it.
Wow, nice cut.
Shot by Reynolds off the mark, defended, but the ball stays with Sidney. Swiped away, turnover, and in transition, and missing the opportunity is Rayvon Harris-Bell on his shot at the rim. Again, some physicality near the rim, play on, and both teams miss opportunities inside scoring. A 5-2 start here in favor of Stebbins to pull back to within 4. Wheedling his way through as Reynolds is kind of an acrobatic shot. Is off the mark. Tolbert thought about it, changed his mind, little stop and go. Timeout's going to be taken by Coach Willoughby. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 4:47 left to play. A good start coming out of the halftime, Brandon, for Stebbins.
Yeah, and absolutely right there on that last play, Tolbert was just pulling out, back up beyond the arc, and all of a sudden the Sidney defense vacated, and Tolbert had a nice wide open lane to the basket.
When you're talking about younger kids and such, about ball faking and such, your fake doesn't have to be super fast. It's almost sometimes the slower it is, the better it works. It looked like Tolbert was going to kind of just back up and either reset the offense or maybe shoot a 3 or just kind of slow down, and he saw a crease and just exploded right back. It was a little change of pace. Sidney kind of gave up, if you will, on his attempt, and it was nothing fancy. I mean, you don't have to be a sprinter to do that type of move. He came down at his speed, slowed down, backed up, and then he went at his speed to the basket.
Absolutely, and that's absolutely right.
Textbook play for Darian Tolbert. He had 6 points in the first half, 7 in the quarter. It gives him 13, and his team trails by 2 as we approach the 4-minute, 35-second mark. Sam Reynolds over to Landon Davis. Now the corner for the freshman, Julius Spradlin. Spradlin hasn't knocked out of his hands.
I like the aggressiveness of Stebbins more in the half court. They've caught Sidney turnovers. they've not been able to get set and have not been as wide open as we saw them when they started off on fire offensively.
Nice inbounds play. Good defense by Tolbert, but it stays with the Yellow Jackets. And the shooter's touch as Reynolds uses all 4 sides of the rim to bury his 5th triple.
That's what they say, shooters shoot right there for Reynolds.
Reynolds was 2 of 6 in the opener from 3-point range. He's made 5 tonight. He hasn't missed many. I'm not sure how many he's attempted, but he's made 5 already tonight. 19 points in the game. Sidney will pick up the personal foul on Julius Scradlin, his 2nd. Team foul number 1.5.
And they get the ball right under their basket, so Stebbins can really set play here. So we see some Sidney substitutions. Jack Davidson in the lineup for Sidney and Sean Dozier in for Stebbins.
Dozier, a 5'10" senior. Davidson, a 6-foot senior. I believe this might be Dozier's first action of the game.
He was in earlier for a little bit.
Missed it. And then Davidson has been in for Sidney already in the first half. Boy, not much room to thread the needle. Give the bucket to Rayvon Harris-Bell, give the assist to Caden Cross. That was a bullet, as there wasn't a big window, and Cross did just what he needed to do.
Hit him right in the chest. Perfect placement.
Schweiger will go to the rim, and he'll draw contact and personal foul against Omar Holloway. And 2 free throws coming up for Sidney. It'll be the first free throws of the game. It'll come from 6'2" senior Jaden Schweiger. Schweiger had 10 points, 7 rebounds in their opening game win. And at the line, he was 0 for 0. So his first free throws of the year, and the first one is good. Schweiger now with 11. Second will be missed and rebounded by Caden Cross. So a 4-point Yellow Jacket lead with just under 3.5 minutes to play. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Again, Stebbins has shot 4 of 5 to start here in the 3rd quarter. They've been on fire, and they've been moving and cutting around, not standing in one spot. They've been very active on the offensive end as well as the defensive end to get back in this ballgame.
Nate Keller working up top, goes to the rim. His shot was altered and maybe touched defensively by Vordemark. This is Vordemark now. Over to Davidson, who thought about 3 and instead takes it to the rim, and there's a whistle. What happened here?
And Nate Keller, when he came down off that shot, I think stepped on someone's foot. He was noticeably limping right in front of his bench.
Oh, he goes out. I see that now.
Yeah, he was getting a sub, and when he came down on that missed shot on the last play.
Down here.
Yeah,
you're right.
On Stebbins' end.
Yep. Okay, gotcha.
He missed that shot.
Yep. I thought he kind of hobbled after that attempt. You're right, and in transition, I lost focus of him. So everything's back to normal with Keller on the bench. Holloway, 3-point basket, his first triple of the night, his 5th point of the game. And now it's a 3-point lead.
And Stebbins have only taken 2 threes, and they've hit both of them here. Nice shot there by, you said it was Holloway?
Holloway, correct? Yes, Omar Holloway hits his first triple of the night. Schweiger posting up against Cross, turns, elevates, hits it. That's a tough shot, turning against his body, and the 3rd quarter point for Jaden Schweiger. He now has 13 points in the game.
If you get that matchup, take advantage of that for Sidney. Schweiger is taking down. It was good defense down there by Cross, but Schweiger physically is winning that matchup. Keep going to that if you're Sidney.
Triple, Darian Tolbert. Now it'll hit the support, be out of bounds. So a missed 3-pointer for the Indians, and back into the game is number 12, Nate Keller. He went out with the ankle tweak. He's back in, replacing Cross, who has just 2 points so far, but boy, he had a nice pass a few possessions ago.
Yeah, and now Cross goes out. Get that ball to Schweiger. You have that advantage on the inside. That's who Sidney needs to be running their offense through right now.
Although Holloway's not he's guarding Schweiger. Holloway's 6'2". 2-point shot.
Jack Davidson.
His 4th point of the game, all 4 here in the 3rd quarter. Nice production coming off the bench for the 6'2", 6-foot senior.
Seems like Stebbins forgot about him a little bit too, and he's made him pay.
Holloway's three, no good. And again, up near the rim is Reynolds as he altered it around the rim a little bit. Again, young man has good legs for the 6'1 junior. Entry pass goes in to Swiger. They use what you said, using the rim nicely, so Holloway could not block it. And again, Swiger pretty quick on the feet.
Go to that matchup. If Stebbins is not going to go back to that zone, go back to that matchup. He's winning it on the inside. He's got 15 points. Basketball is a game about matchups, and Sidney has got a size advantage with Swiger, and maybe not his size, but his physicality is what's winning him on the inside. And if they're not going to answer and go back to zone, you got to take advantage of that until Stebbins adjusts. So if you're Coach Wilby, it's pound the ball in, play inside out. And if we can play inside out, we shot well enough from three. I'm fine with taking a contested three because we shot well from beyond the arc tonight.
We'll see what adjustments, if any, Indians make. But boy, Swiger has had a good third quarter, 7 points in the quarter. That last move, again, Swiger is just 6'2", and he's playing at 6'2", 6'1s tonight, but his foot speed has got him some easy opportunities or good finishes at the rim. That last move was awesome. Holloway couldn't block the shot because he came up, he went from the right side to the left side, used the rim, reverse spun off the glass. Tough to block, stop those shots, and he got it there because of a good first step. So
exactly.
We'll see what's here. First things first, though, the Indians back down by 9 quickly, as again, they had a lot of momentum. Sidney did a nice job withstanding the Indians' run. Now under a minute to play third quarter, and it becomes the Indians are kind of a must-have possession here to get some points on the board.
Big opportunity here. Look at that.
I'd say Keller's ankle feels better. Tolbert, three-pointer, no good. Vordemark with the defensive rebound, and he'll walk it up the court here. They're looking for Swiger. They go right to work, and again, good body control, and Cross was working for him. He gambled high, they threw it low. I believe it was Reynolds with a bounce pass. Yep. He threw it right where it needed to be. That helped his teammates score.
And they're staying in man-to-man right there, so they're making him pay. Exactly what I said. I think Coach Willoughby has done a nice job taking advantage of that matchup on the inside.
It was almost obvious. I mean, Swiger was busting his tail, posting up, and I still like the pass. That was an excellent decision by Reynolds, giving it to Swiger where he was open and not forcing a lot of conflict from Cross. And foul on Sidney. 13.
50-39 here with 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Swiger picks up his second foul. He'll come out. Nice quarter for Jaden. He will sit down with 17 points. 9 of them here in the quarter. Also in for Sidney, number 4, Gavin Roberts. You think he might be the brother to Ratez Roberts? We think we saw him in the building tonight.
He is, and he's sitting on the bench. Former 2019 graduate of Sidney.
Well, I thought there might have been a foul there. It looked like Reynolds landed on top of a player, but not called. Down to 5 seconds. Open look. Shot missed by Reynolds. Desperation heave. Almost in. What a heave by 12. Nate Keller. It doesn't go after 3/4 of action. It's Sidney 50. Stebbins 39. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes here on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here at Sidney on this Clopay and Nidec Minster sports presentation of NKTelco Sports. What a run, what a quarter it was. Boy, Stebbins came out hot, Brandon, first few minutes, cut the lead down to, at some point, 3, maybe 2, and then a good offense by Swiger and the Yellow Jackets.
And Stebbins hasn't made an adjustment on how they're going to guard him. They just haven't. That's just clear and obvious right here. And you keep going back to Swigert because they haven't made the adjustment. Why fix what's not broken? I mean, if you're
Good point.
Sidney.
But I mean, that time they got Swigert out a little bit, but it was a beautiful pass, backdoor, and excellent body control for number 13, Swigert. He will finish the three-point play. Leads all scorers with 18. Actually 20 now is what I have him down for, right?
Yep, I
20.
do too.
Yep, so hopefully the board will get fixed, but right now 20 has had an open look, and that's number 3, Dozier. Pass will stay with the Yellow Jackets, right in front of their, we'll say with the Indians, right in front of the Indians bench. Coach Dennis Wally in his first season at Stebbins, spent some years at coaching Carroll, I believe it was.
Yep.
4 or 5 seasons there.
Carroll Division II.
These both schools, by the way, are Division I. Dozier's shot might have been blocked, was it?
I couldn't quite see from my angle.
But nonetheless missed. These are both Division I schools. Sidney with 440 boys and Stebbins with 482 in the number that they use to define it. I think it's the top 3 grades from last year. So 440 boys for Sidney, 482 boys for Stebbins. When I grew up in Knoxville, we had 30 boys, 30 kids in a class, probably 15. And you're from Russia,
Yeah.
so how many kids were in your class?
I graduated with 35, so
35.
that's average.
Yeah, New Knoxville's small as well, and just hard to believe those big schools. And what's for them, there's a lot of boys that probably don't make the varsity team that would start in other schools. 3-point bucket by Omar Holloway because you can only field 15 guys on a team. I mean, they have 482 in their school or in their top 3 grades, and you only can pick the top 15.
And a lot of these guys played football too, and they both made the playoffs. So,
good athletes. That's probably what separates. That's where maybe CYO League, if you will, is the opportunity for the guys that aren't fortunate enough to make the varsity squad of these big schools. Turnover against Dozier.
Both teams have 10 turnovers.
Boy, that wasn't the prettiest. Oh, too bad it doesn't go, but offensive rebound will be scored by Sam Reynolds as Landon Davis, a 6'4" guard, lost his balance coming down, managed to stay up, just couldn't get it to drop, but an offensive rebound by Reynolds. And then Reynolds might commit the foul. Reynolds does commit the foul.
And Sam Reynolds has 18 points, hit 16 in the first half. He's been a little more quiet in the second half, but still had an impact. He's hit 5 threes here tonight.
Reynolds
nice
has
job.
21 in the game.
21, excuse me.
But yeah,
he has 5 points in the second half. 5 3-pointers is what I meant to say.
He's been on fire. He's had some really high elevated. Well, there he fell asleep defensively, that's for sure. I don't know if defense is always number 1 in their minds, but that's the second time Rayvon Harris-Bell has beaten Reynolds to the basket. And there's a turnover, so nice move. Tough that Nate Keller couldn't get to finish. That would have cut it to 7. Wild shot, but another offensive finish for Sam Reynolds. He's been key on the offensive glass here as no one can stop him or keep him off the boards, and that is point 23 now for Reynolds.
He's done a really nice job here tonight. It's just been great. He's got a LeBron James on the board.
No, he has a Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Don't. It's a Michael Jordan.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Boy, a tough break. Keller had a nice drive last trip, didn't score, and then they come down and get the offensive rebound. And then Sidney a chance to score here. So Stebbins was right in that avenue to cut it to 7 or so. Now it's back up to 11. As a foul is committed by number 20, Caden Cross. And free throws coming up for number 3, Miles Vordemark. 2 points on the night for the 5'11 junior. And he is good on the first. So limited free throws shot tonight, really for either team. Sidney didn't shoot their first one until the 3rd quarter. Jaden Swigert shot 2 in the 3rd. He had 1 in the 4th. And now Vordemark will shoot the 3rd free throw of the 4th quarter, the 5th of the half and of the game for Sidney, and they've made 4 or 5. And a full timeout will be called by Coach Wally. We'll take a full timeout with them as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being $1 billion company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back from our our position strip. Timeout. As these two schools in from the Miami Valley League, as it's a 45-minute drive from Riverside, Ohio, up here to Sidney, where Stebbins is located, just northeast of Dayton. As it's a 13-point Sidney lead with 4:49 left to play in a game of runs.
And really, Stebbins had this game within 3. They started kind of relying back on the three-point shot a little more. Sidney took advantage. They started taking advantage of Jaden Swiger on the inside, and really, Sidney with this 13-point lead. It's not over yet. Sidney has to keep their foot on the gas here if they want to win this ball game, and it's big Miami Valley League showdown early on for their portion of the Valley Division.
Good defense by Reynolds. Gets a steal. Will feed up for Swiger, and he's able to throw it down. So a little bit of verticality for the big fella, 6'2".
It's shaking still, the rim.
It surprised me he got up that high, but he did a nice job and still has a smile on his face. Skip pass by Landon Davis trying to thread the needle to Voldemort. Just a tough angle, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and that's only Sidney's 12th turnover here tonight. Generally, both teams are taking care of the ball pretty good.
Going to the hoop and getting fouled is number 2, Rayvon Harris-Bell. Not for sure if it was a shooting. It will be a shooting foul. Okay. Foul goes against Sidney's number 1, Julius Spradlin. At the line, Rayvon Harris-Bell, 2 free throws. Clock stopped, 15-point lead with just over half of a quarter left to play. 4 minutes, 2 seconds. Big free throws here for the Indians if they want to make an attempt to come back, and that one will not get the friendly hop.
And that was only their 5th free throw attempt here tonight. They attempted 4 in the first half, and they canned them all.
Harris-Bell does make the back end, if you will. So 5 points and a half for Harris-Bell. He has 18 in the game to lead the Indians. 14-point spread, under 4 minutes to play. Cross still guarding Swiger, man-to-man. Oh, turnover. Nate Keller goes up and finishes a scoop and a score for Nate Keller. Turnover, instant offense, and now a 12-point lead. So suddenly how things can quickly change, and see once here what Sidney does with this possession.
Yep. Sidney, run through a set here. Be patient. You're up 12.
There's a whistle and there's a foul.
Sidney taking the ball out under the basket. Sam Reynolds, 61-49 our score, 3:27 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Swiger gets the ball top of the key. Swiger looks on the inside, Voldemort. Voldemort can pull it back out and try to take some clock as he gets instructions from Coach Willoughby. Ball's tipped in the air. Spradling gets it near half court, passes it on the inside to Sam Reynolds. And Reynolds with another bucket here tonight. He's got 25 as Davis fouls in the beginning of the forecourt there. It's going to be the 15th foul on Sidney, excuse me. Stebbins will take out right in front of the basket. They'll go right in backcourt. We'll go right over to Rayvon Harris-Bell. Harris-Bell dribbling between the legs. Harris-Bell picks up his dribble, goes over Nate Keller. Nate Keller weighing his options, goes on the inside, driving against the Sidney defense. He steps through and is fouled. It'll be a shooting foul for Nate Keller. Only the second trip to the line this second half for the Stebbins Indians. Keller going to be taking his shots. Stebbins 5 of 6 as a team from the line tonight. Make that 6 of 7 as Keller knocks down the first free throw. Keller's got those bright pink shoes too. Pretty nice here. As the Sidney student section loud and proud here tonight with a great fan section on crowd as we had limited crowds last year. The second free throw is missed as Keller splits the pair from the line. Sidney working around. It's Davis looking to chew off some clock. 2:40 remaining, 63-50 our score on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. Sidney Yellow Jackets ahead. In our next game, Sidney will be in action on Friday. Jeff Hinchin will be on the call for that game, and that's a nice shot on the inside by Miles Bordemark. Bordemark with his 6 points here on the night. That's a wild circus shot on the inside. No good there for Harris Bell as Sidney gets the rebound. They go, transition, 3-ball, Reynolds got it. And that might have put the cherry on top for the game. That's a nice shot, only 2 threes in the second half. 3 threes that Sidney has attempted in the second half. Reynolds with 28 points tonight. Long shot, Keller wide off the mark, no foul called. 68-50, and Jeff Hinchin back on the call.
Yeah, we're trying to fix our scoreboard camera, and we're looking for the scoreboard camera, so working on that as we bring you this high school basketball game. Under 2 minutes ago, Sidney looks on fire yet. Brandon, a lot of excitement. Their scoring's picked up. They lead by 18, their biggest lead of the game, as I think Coach Wally has resorted to bring in support players.
Yep, and rightfully so. Guys like Sam Reynolds going to the bench, 28 points tonight. What a performance from him.
As well as Coach Willoughby as well. Both teams emptying the bench a little bit. I see some support players in there. Well, I thought they did. Before, yeah, for the Indians, Clay Lambert, number 30 in the ball game. There's a new fellow right there, number 1, Connor Harris. 25 is new. He's not on our roster. That's one of the Scales twins from JV. But right now, Sidney will just, I think, work the ball, and they're going to go to 2-0. Swigers, see if he gets 2 more against a 6'5" guy. He does. As he goes right against 6'5", yes, Moogie Bismuth-Noogie, as Swiger, 22 points on the night, and a opportunity to complete his second three-point play of the fourth quarter, and he does. So a lot of things going correct, and Swiger will check out. In for Swiger, number 33, Jaden Shearer, 6-foot senior, as the crowd applauds. I think Shearer coming into the game, and probably more importantly, Swiger with his good performance for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Absolutely.
Connor Harris knocks down a triple.
Stebbins actually shot the 3 pretty well in the second half, 4 of 8.
Final minute of action here is an 18-point lead for Sidney. They will go to 2-0 on the season. And Stebbins will drop to 0-2. Sidney is content to apparently run the clock out. We'll see if they run offense here or not. Sometimes when you put support players, it's like, let them play. I mean, It's like, go ahead and run offense. You know, they want to,
playing a little pitch and catch here. They burned off about 30 seconds. I want to see a little more Stebbins pressure.
They're trying to get the ball. They do to Shearer. He thought about it. Says, I'll back up and shoot a triple from here. Shearer. That might have brought the roof down as Shearer. Jaden Shearer's 3 is off the mark. Final 15 seconds. Going to the basket. Tough floater by Lambert's off the mark. Lambert steals it back. He'll go to the hoop, miss the shot. Bordemark will pick up the cheap rebound. He's going to get some free throws here. At the end of the scoring total with just 1.8 seconds left to play. Bordemark will have a one-on-one opportunity. So these will be some stat stuffers, if you will, for Bordemark with 6 points on the night. Make it 7.
And Sidney's shot free throws really well tonight, 6 of 7 right now, and they didn't shoot any in the first half.
That one's short.
Still missing at 75%, so nice job tonight.
And here's your final buzzer. The final score, Sidney 72, Stebbins 53. Strong performance of offense tonight by Coach Willoughby's team. They withstand a run in the second half by Stebbins, but prevail with the 19-point victory. We'll take a short break, come back with our stats and recap brought to you by Wagner's IGA here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
All Glaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing needs and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Welcome back here. While we have a minute, I'll go through our stats. Our sponsors as Brandon compiles our stats for our Wagner's IGA recap. I want to remind everyone that our 5-star recruitment sponsor is Crown Equipment Corporation. Also, our MVP sponsors include Clopay and Nidec Minster. Scoreboard sponsor throughout the season, First National Bank. Keys of the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Replays are brought to you by Winners Meats. Starting lineups were brought to you tonight by Sidney, All Glaze Audiology. Our timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Our stats and recap segment is being brought to you by Wagner's IGA. And at the conclusion of this game tonight, Brandon and I will also be selecting an NKTelco player of the game for the Sidney player. And our Sidney game sponsor was brought to you by Cargill. So as Brandon finishes up his stats, I also remind everyone you can follow WCSM AM 1350 and then also 2 FM stations, 96.7 and 100.3. WCSM for their coverage of high school sports in Mercer and All Glaze counties. Thank you for WCSM for that radio presentations they supply us. And we are here at Sidney, wrapping things up here with a big Sidney win. And Brandon has given me the thumbs up. We're ready to go.
And so taking a look here at the final stats, looking here for the Stebbins Indians, they were 20 of 52 from the field. 7 of 20 from beyond the arc, 35%. 21 boards, 11 turnovers, and 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. And Sidney on the flip side, 29 of 57, 8 of 14 from beyond the arc. They didn't shoot as many threes in the second half, but they didn't have to. They pounded the rock on the inside. And they had 32 boards, 13 turnovers, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And looking at the individual scoring, first looking for Sidney, they were led by Sam Reynolds with 28. Jaden Swiger not too far behind with 23. Landon Davis had 5. Miles Vordemark had 7. Jack Davidson had 4. Julius Spradling had 3. On the flip side for Stebbins, Rayvon Harris Bell 18. Darren Tolbert with 13. 3 for Connor Harris, 8 for Omar Holloway, 9 for Nate Keller, and 2 for Caden Cross.
Well, job well done for Coach Willoughby's squad. They score the ball a lot, 72 points tonight. And, after kind of a sluggish start to the third quarter, Brandon, they really turned it on. And after losing the first, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter, they dominated the final 4 minutes of that quarter in the last 8 minutes en route to this 19-point Miami Valley League victory here at home. And congratulations to them. And before we check out, we're going to award our player of the game. And now the award tonight's going to go to a couple players could have got it. We're going to give it to Jaden
Swiger. Really, he didn't lead the team in scoring. He had 23. I mean, and he wins player of the game. And Sam Reynolds had 28. And really, he could have given it to either player. But we're going to do every Sidney home game. Sam Reynolds is going to win it one of these times. But I think Swiger just made the difference whenever Stebbins got it within 3. They really started evolving that offense back around Swiger to make sure that Stebbins didn't take the lead and take home a victory here tonight.
Yeah, Swiger had some swagger tonight as they pounded inside. He finished again. Nothing against Reynolds. Great night. He kept them in the ball game all throughout, but I thought Swiger late in the game when it was kind of when Sidney was struggling, they went to him in third quarter where he was a handful, scoring 9 points, and that kind of took that game when it was sluggish, and Stebbins was making a comeback. Sidney bumps it up to 11 points again, and then they ride that energy and had the big throwdown dunk, and he's a senior. Congratulations to Jaden Swiger.
Absolutely, that's a great pick. And Sidney back in here and actually gets Friday against Butler. I know you're on the call for that game. Should be a good one. Really, Stebbins lost to Butler as they followed 0-2, and they lost by 2. So it's going to be a good matchup. It's a good start for Sidney in the Valley Division as they have aspirations of winning that Valley Division title, and they're on track. They've got a very good balanced offense, and they're off to a great 2-0 start.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for much better. So I'll wrap things up here from Sidney. Want to thank Brandon, my partner tonight. My name is Jeff Henshin. Once again, the final score is Sidney 72, Stebbins 53. Thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.